let's take a look at our top selections for Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the third of three graded stakes races at Belmont Park on Saturday is the Sheepshead Bay for fillies and mares going 1 3/8 miles on the inner turf. We'll get to the analysis in a minute. It's a very competitive race, but of course, the Derby takes center stage on Saturday. DRF.com has you covered with its one-stop Derby shop, Kentucky Derby packages, past performances, betting strategies, clocker reports, and all you need to win on Derby Day Saturday. Here's the field for the Grade 2 Sheepshead Bay. It's not a big field, but it's a competitive group. Just look at the morning line set by David Aragona. All 6 of these horses got a shot.
Yeah, it's a pretty competitive field here. I agree with the way that the morning line sort of lays it out with everybody sort of in the mix. I think a lot of different horses can win here.
Always Shopping is your 2-to-1 morning line favorite, and she's just gotten good for trainer Todd Pletcher. She also has great tactical speed, and as we take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector, I agree with this assessment. Antoinette's the kind of filly that likes to go out there and make the lead. Her best running is when that happens. Always Shopping, I don't think I'll let her get too far away.
Yeah, I agree with that. I expect Antoinette to try to go forward here. Always Shopping is supposed to be up close, and then we'll see where the others take order. It feels like Muta Makima, the two there, that is a horse who has pretty good tactical speed as well.
Magic Attitude, the number 1, might appreciate stretching back out in distance. In her first start in North America, she kicked down the Belmont Oaks at 1.25 miles, and she looked pretty good doing it. They cut her back to 9 furlongs in her subsequent 2 starts. I wonder if that distance is a little bit short for her, and now she gets to go second off a lengthy layoff.
Yeah, I think she's going to appreciate stretching out again, too, Dan. I certainly understand why they cut her back for the QE2 last October. That's the major race towards the end of the year for that division. She ran fine in that race. It's probably a little short for her. I didn't love the trip she got last time off the layoff, Dan. I'm sure they were just prepping her anyway. That trip to me just really didn't work out. I think she ran a lot better than it looks.
Muta Makina kept some really good company overseas in France in 2019. Really never got to form early in 2020. Christophe Clement took over the training in North America, and she scored last time out in the Long Island Stakes. And I really like the way she finished this race off. Her second start in North America, going 1 3/8 miles. Let's watch Muta Makina back on November the 28th. We see she's down inside under Dylan Davis, who's riding her very confidently.
Yeah, it's funny that he got sort of stuck on the inside, but he knew what he had underneath him. He's going to have to try to rally up the rail here. This was a very slow pace. The horse that's on the lead right now to the mile and 1:45, Dan. Muta Makina still comes and closes her down at the end and does it pretty easily. Her first start over in the Zagora, she was about 100 lengths the best there and got a terrible trip.
And she does, as Mike mentioned in the open, have enough tactical speed to stay within range. Distance, no worry for her. Distance, no worry for the 3 Orgland. Chad Brown found a very nice spot for her final start of 2020, shipping her to Del Mar for the red carpet handicap, and she got the pace she needs. Let's watch Orgland's victory in the red carpet as the favorite. They went pretty fast for the distance. She's in behind horses turning into the stretch, and she's going to force her way out and get up.
Yeah, needed a little bit of room there. All in all, she got a really good trip in this race. Just needed a little bit of room in the stretch. She got it. She comes with a pretty good finish. I feel like the horse that she runs down, though, Dan, is pretty good. So this is a quality win for a mare who seems like she's getting better.
You're right about that. Going to Vegas, came out of that second place, finished her on second in the Grade 1 American Oaks with a 92 buyer, and recently won a graded stake in Southern California. Here's Always Shopping. Boy, Todd Pletcher's done a wonderful job with this mare, who just has gotten good since being stretched out on the turf. Let's watch her last race, the Grade 3 Orchid. I know she was the beaten favorite, but it took a horse with a tremendous amount of ability in Warlike Goddess to run her down. Warlike Goddess might be one of the better long-distance turf horses in the country. She came out of this race to win the Bewitch at Keeneland with a 97 buyer.
Yeah, it's a real good horse who's going to tag her right on the money. And Always Shopping actually ran really well in here, Dan. She kept close to a solid pace on the outside the entire way, took over, just got nailed. Obviously, she's improved by leaps and bounds since they switched their turf, and it feels like she's going to get a great trip in this race.
Antoinette has been managed beautifully by trainer Bill Mott. They've got her black type on dirt, a stakes winner on that surface. She won the Saratoga Oaks last year. She won this race in her seasonal debut, the Very One at Gulfstream on February the 27th. Now, in the Very One, she was just able to have things her own way. A half mile in 49 seconds. She created some separation on the turn, and she holds off a little bit weaker competition. Mike, she's going to have to try to stretch her speed out with a good horse and Always Shopping tracking her. I respect her. I think she has to run a little better.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, she certainly took advantage in winning the race that we just watched there. I mean, you know, all in all, her Belmont Oaks last year, Dan, when she was second to Magic Attitude, I mean, I guess she ran fine in that race, but that was another situation where she was just absolutely loose and got run over by Magic Attitude late. It feels like this is even a tougher race.
First start of the year for the 6, My Sister Nat for Chad Brown, a horse whose running style might have cost her a victory or two last year. She does not have a lot of early speed, so she's usually just at the mercy of pace. In the Flower Bowl 2 starts back, I thought she ran well from the back of the pack, swung really wide into the stretch. Civil Union's a good horse speeder, and in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. I mean, what chance really did she have at that shortened distance of 1 mile and 3/6, trying to come from last on the rail?
Yeah, she wasn't going to win that race and never really threatened. She was probably unlucky not to take down the Grade 1 Flower Bowl 2 starts back then. She probably ran the best race that day. She got out-tripped a little bit by Civil Union and came up short, but she ran well. We'll see what kind of trip she can get in here. Obviously, she can win. We'll see what kind of price she is, too. I don't think I would be betting her. I think there's a chance, anyway, that she's favored in here. I don't think I would take her as the favorite.
I agree. I think there is a chance she is the favorite. I also think she might have one of the stronger kicks in this race. We take a look at our top picks. I narrowly went to My Sister Nat in here. You're going with Always Shopping, and I envy your tactical speed. You're going to get the jump on me, and you should have links on me turning into the stretch.
I mean, that's basically why I picked her. I mean, obviously, her form's good anyway. Her turf races are all good. The distance is no problem for her, and I feel like she's going to get the best trip in the race.
4126 for Mike, 6214 for me in the Sheepshead Bay, the third of 3 graded stakes at Belmont on Saturday. Best of luck.